What's up, guys? It's Steven with Southern Charm Creations. Wanted to come at you with another video, just a quick how-to. Got the wecreate 10-watt Vista. Got a customer who's requesting to have a tumbler engraved for Father's Day. Father's Day is right around the corner, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to kind of show y'all my process and what I do and things you should do with your laser engraver. So check this out. I've already got my tumbler in the laser bed. It's already on the rotary chuck. So one of the most important things you've got to do when doing tumblers before you get started is you want to measure your diameter of your tumbler. So I've got this little measurer here that I use to measure all my tumblers. So just take it and wrap it around the tumbler and it'll give you your diameter. This one in particular is 10 inches in diameter. So I'm going to take you over to my computer. All right. So I've already got wecreate program pulled up. wecreate has a wonderful software. Honestly, it's dummy proof. I didn't know anything about lasers going in, and this program just made it extremely simple. Light burn program, I've looked at it. It honestly seems like rocket science, especially to a beginner. Whenever you first get in there, there's so many different things, but wecreate simplifies it. You buy their product, you get the program with it, comes equipped with a built-in camera, which I love. So we go ahead and select our laser. So we've got the 10-watt little laser that could. So we're doing a tumbler. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pick metal. So we're doing a red tumbler. I'm going to change it from laser flat to laser cylindrical. So you'll get this screen pulled up. So now we've got the non-working area. I always take that off. So I go to settings. Go over here, see down below, you got rotary set reminder, non-working area of rotary. Turn that off. Confirm. And I think that's only if you have the upgraded rotary tool where you're able to take that off. So if you do not have the upgraded rotary tool, do not take that off. So here's where you set your parameter. I'm going to set that to 10. Then we should see the image. There we go. There's our tumbler. So I've got a little chalk line of where I am wanting to engrave this design. So I want it to kind of be centered. I got two designs that I'm going to be putting on this tumbler, one on the front, one on the back. So that is a little bit tricky because you got the rotary wheel that will spin the tumbler. I want to say it's maybe, 180 degrees. So it's hard to estimate where that's going to end up at. Let's do this. I'm going to pull my design up. So I've got the customer's dad's name here that we're going to put on the bottom. So I will want to rotate this tumbler. Right now I'm just sizing it up to the size that I want. So I think that is a pretty good size. So I'm going to spin my tumbler, get it where I want it to be. So I think that's probably good. We will see. Bring you over here again, get you the computer view. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh since I moved the tumbler. All right, now we're on the opposite side where my chalk line's at. So I'm going to try to get that in line with that chalk line. Put it down at the bottom because my other design is going to be up top, just on the opposite side. Now, when it comes to engraving settings. So this one was tricky for me in the beginning, and it took me a while to figure it out. Honestly, only learned from another laser engraver, kind of gave me some tips and tricks. So wecreate does have preset settings that you can use. And it works, the majority of them do work, especially with the tumblers that have a thinner layer of paint. But one thing I did learn pretty quickly with the Stanley tumblers, like this one here, Awala's, Yeti, you have a thicker paint. So it is harder for the laser to bust through that paint. So you want to do a higher setting and a higher DPI setting than what comes in the preset settings. So what I do is I do speed 80, line density DPI 200. So this is a setting that I now use for all of my tumblers, no matter what it is. And now it will take the time up quite a bit if you're wanting to do like a fully wrapped tumbler, unless you get an upgraded laser that's a little more powerful, that'll go a little bit faster. But on this one in particular, let's say hypothetically you're doing a fully wrapped Awala at these settings, it's going to take about 5 hours. And that is very daunting, but unfortunately, if you want to get good results and you want to actually burn through that paint on the tumbler without damaging the tumbler or ruining that product, you're going to have to wait 5 hours. But on simple designs like this, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and run this. Let's see, 2 minutes and 59 seconds at that setting. I'll take it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and we're going to see where it ends up. I think it's perfect. All right. So that chalk line definitely helps. Again, make sure your settings are right. Make sure you measure the diameter of your tumbler and run it. Little 10-watt laser does a fantastic job. Again, last video I shouted out wecreate, and I will shout them out again. Absolutely love their product. I will continue to use their lasers. The 10-watt, honestly, is a fantastic beginner laser. Wonderful purchase. It's not very expensive. I think you can get them on sale for around $699 to $800, depending on the package that you get. I personally will always keep this laser in my shop. It does a great job. So if this one happens to go out, it's about 1.5 years old, and I use it to death. I mean, it is an absolute workhorse for my business. It does everything that I need currently. Do I want to upgrade to a bigger laser? Yes, eventually I will. But for now, the 10-watt does great. And again, I will always keep one on hand just because I absolutely love it. And again, wecreate, fantastic. If you're on the fence about them, I think give them a shot. I personally can vouch for it. I've used it forever. Love their product. Definitely go with them. Check them out. Subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. I will say this, I am not a YouTuber. I've never shot videos in my life. I just started this small business making patched hats and laser engraving. But I wanted to get on here, do some tutorial videos. I see a lot of other YouTubers that do them, and they do a fantastic job. I've learned a lot. But I wanted to get on here, a real person. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a person that's being sponsored by anybody, but just person to person. Want to let you know that it can be done. If you're having issues, shoot me a message. If there's information that I know and I can pitch it your way, I'd love to help you out. But I will continue to make content and how-to videos with anything that I have that comes up and how I am doing my business. Again, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Shoot me a thumbs up if you like this video. I appreciate you again. My name's Steven, and I am the owner of Southern Charm Creations. Y'all have a great day.